Hi everyone, welcome to another pour by Blind Art Studios. Have the birds again. We just have a lot of birds right now. It's spring, so this one's called Skipping Rocks, and it's inspired by a recent story that Gretchen Shepherd read in the story and art episode. And so it was about rocks, but she showed a video of her grandkids skipping rocks. And anyway, so that this one is inspired by that. So right here I am loading my cup, and I am using super colorful colors. Right now I just put in some bright aqua right after some Liquitex Basics titanium white, and now I put in some turquoise, and now I'm putting some more of the Liquitex Basics. I also put in some of the golden light phthalo green. These birds are driving me nuts. Anyhow, so then I also did glacier blue, turquoise, and now I put in some primary cyan, now some ultramarine, and now some sapphire by Deco Art. And now this one is permanent violet blue hue, I think, by Amsterdam. This one is neon violet by Artist Loft. And then brilliant purple by Liquitex Basics. And then some light magenta by Amsterdam. And then Artesa's pink tulip. And now at the end, I did black cherry by Modern Masters. And so I am still trying to figure out how to do a ring pour. So this one is a traveling ring pour. And gosh, these birds. So because I'm using a 10 by 20 inch canvas, then that's why I decided to do the traveling ring pour. And luckily it's the canvas is almost already covered, so it's just a matter of slowly just tilting so that I can cover the canvas. I did end up putting, and I used the golden, it's the green phthalo light as kind of a flow over paint, and it's because I wanted to keep as much of the composition as possible. Now I noted that I have a bikini top. It's not really a bikini top because I think that's just where the composition was. It's not necessarily a bikini top, but still, And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should definitely watch Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. She, she's super entertaining, super talented, and she talks a great deal about these bikini tops. And it always makes me smile when she talks about them. Anyhow, so here, like I said, and now I'm just trying to take off some of the excess paint, and then once I do that, and so the idea behind putting a lot of these blues is because the kids were skipping rocks. Obviously, you skip rocks on water, so this is more or less it's supposed to look like water, and then the reddish area is supposed to be like the landmass slash. I mean, I imagine that there's like a big like rock surface that the kids are sort of standing on, and then skipping the rocks. So now I am going to wreck in the form of like ripples. You know how when you skip the rocks, it makes ripples. So that's kind of what I'm gonna try to do, and And yeah, these birds are driving me nuts. I may have to maybe close the door. But then it's so hot. I don't want it to be like um okay, so I went ahead and I closed the door, so it should be less bird stuff. So here I am showing you sort of the details of the wet piece before I take you in to see the overall look. So yeah, so these are areas of the piece that I think are exceptional or are interesting, either because of the gradients they're created, the stripes, maybe the colors achieved. Yeah, so um, yeah, like this I think is gorgeous. Like here, I think I went a little crazy with the with the ripples, but here is a close up of the piece. Now I'm trying to give you an overall look first, and then we'll show you closer. So again, the ripples start from where the kids are standing on the rock, and then they move away. And the idea is like when you skip rocks, the closer ripples are closer together, and then as it moves out, then the rock skips further and further away, and eventually goes into the water. So that's kind of what I was going for. I think even if it doesn't look completely like someone's like skipping rocks on the water, although I think it's abstract art, obviously, but it still gives you the feeling of water and the ripples. So hopefully, you can kind of sense that. Now I have the feeling that this one's gonna dry like super shimmery because I used gold, and also it just looks super shiny. Usually when that happens, it's because it's gonna be super shimmery at the end. So I can still hear those birds. Yeah, so I love birds. Like I said, I went to the Audubon camp, so I know how important birds are in terms of biology. Um, it's just sometimes they're like um, super loud, There's certain times of the day, like in the morning, between like, I don't know, 6 in the morning, I would say, till around 12ish. They're super loud. I think they're waking up, maybe giving each other instructions or whatever. And then again in the evening when they're gonna go to sleep. Now, anyhow, let's go beyond my issues with the birds. So this is actually an overall picture of the dry piece. Like I said before, I thought it was going to be um, super shiny and shimmery, and it is, and which is perfect for because the water is super reflective. And so yeah, so as you move closer to into the piece, then you really see how shiny this is. And it's probably because I used Arteza. I used the Arteza pearls, also the metallics by Deco Art, and even some of the Amsterdam, because it mixed a little bit with some of the pearls. It just did some beautiful things. Now, it looks a little muddy in some areas, but even the muddy part is super shiny and shimmery. And, I like shimmer, so anytime I get shimmer, like this is perfect. Like, I took these images so that if even if the piece hadn't turned out great, there's still certain elements that I could use. Like if I wanted to print out postcards or something, I could. And yeah, but the whole piece looks incredible. And it does give me a sense of ripples. It gives me a sense of like water, especially with where the white is. There's like kind of a cloudy effect. So yeah, I think quite successful. And so again, I'm doing this because super inspired by the story that Gretchen read about the rocks, and she suggested that we try to draw the rocks and then utilize those to like inspire us. And so I wasn't really thinking about drawing the rocks, but I was inspired nonetheless to do this pour, and I love it. This is how fantastic it looks close up. I have a bunch of little dimples because I didn't make sure that I popped those. See, like, yeah, I need to figure out what Brian from Upper Valley Artistry, what he uses. I saw his premiere yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and yeah, so I'm loving that heat gun. I think I need that. So whenever I figure out what it is, then I'll try to get it. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time.